slapped his hand away and laughed coldly. Who I am? Do I have an identity here? Did I ever have a choice? I shot back, Jullian. I never did anything to you. If you hate me so much, why did you marry me? The air went still. Jullian frowned. What are you even talking about? Who said I hate you? I daddy. Cody emerged from the bedroom, rubbing his sleepy eyes. He glanced nervously at me, then at Jullian. Are you and mommy fighting? Our eyes met in a flash. Jullian's arm snaked around my waist, pulling me against him. He instantly switched into doting, husband and father mode. Course not, he said smoothly. Mommy and daddy always get along. Your mom has a big debate at work tomorrow, and we were just practicing. Cody tilted his head, thinking, then he shook it. Liar! If you got along, why does mommy always try to run away? That's nonsense. She's not running away. Jullian shot me a wounded look. Your mommy just likes playing hide and seek, just like you guys. His hand on my waist tightened, right, honey? I looked away, refusing to answer, but my eyes accidentally met Caleb's. He was staring at us, his brow furrowed, picking at his fingers so hard they were turning red. He was on the verge of an episode. I closed my eyes, took a deep breath, and forced a smile. That's right, your dad is right. I watched as Caleb stopped picking at his hands, his brow slowly smoothing out. I let out a sigh of relief. I don't believe you, Cody said, looking up at us skeptically. Michael's parents are always kissing. You guys never do unless mommy kisses daddy. Then I'll believe you. I was completely cornered. Kids these days were too smart. There was no way I could fulfill that request. After a long awkward silence, I elbowed the man beside me, who was pretending to be a statue. We'll say something helpful. Jullian glanced at me, then grunted reluctantly. My complete shock. He leaned down and pressed a soft kiss to my cheek. He straightened up and looked at his son, matter-of-factly. There, now get back to bed. Don't bother your mom, she's shy. I was still in a daze, long after the boys had gone back to their room. I helped, Jullian stated calmly. I took a deep breath, trying to compose myself. I said, say something helpful, not do something helpful. He just shrugged. What's the difference? Same result. Furious, I slapped him across the face. You took advantage of the situation. You're shameless. Before the words were even out, he grabbed my hand. His grip like steel. I struggled but couldn't break free. What I said, trying to sound brave. Am I wrong? Let go of me. Our eyes locked. His Adam's apple bobbed. Can you say more? He asked, his voice strangely quiet. Yeah, at me again. Anything. I just blinked at him. Are you sick? Catching him off guard, I yanked my hand free and fled back to my room. The next morning at the breakfast table, Jullian was sporting dark circles under his eyes and kept glancing at me. As soon as the boys went to get their backpacks, he spoke, his voice full of complaint. You have to let me back in the bedroom tonight. I can't sleep well in the guest room. I nodded. Okay, then I'll move to the guest room. His face fell. Claire, what is that supposed to mean? Are you just taking advantage of the fact that I let you get away with everything? I met his gaze. If that's what you want to call it, I can't stop you. His face was thunderous. He didn't even finish his breakfast before storming out of the dining room. He met the boys coming out of their room and took their hands. He shot me one last cold look. Come on, Dad's taking you to school. Caleb and Cody didn't move. They both looked at me. We want mommy to take us, Cody said in a small voice. Mommy take us, Caleb echoed. Jullian looked like he'd been hit by a truck. For the second time that morning, his glare in my direction was even more resentful than before. Jullian's jaw tightened as the boys bleezed. Hung in the air. He stared at them, then at me, his eyes blazing with a mix of frustration and something else. Something I couldn't quite place, like helplessness. Mommy has work to do, he said, his voice sharp. But the boys only clung tighter to each other. Their little faces set in determination. Mommy doesn't work today, Cody said. His chin lifted defiantly. He'd clearly been paying attention to the household schedule, even at his young age. And he said mommy's on vacation. Jullian's face paled. He'd forgotten my vacation, the one the future Claire had planned before. She'd packed her suitcases to leave. I suppressed a smile. The boys were my unexpected allies. Fine, Jullian gritted out, releasing their hands. He stepped back, his jaw still clenched. But I'm driving. You're sitting in the back with them. The drive to school was tense. Jullian's knuckles were wide on the steering wheel, and he didn't say a word. The boy, however, chatted excitedly from the back seat, pointing out birds, dogs, and colorful storefronts as we passed. Caleb, usually quiet, repeated mommy under his breath every few minutes, like he was reassuring himself. I was really there. When we pulled up to the school gates, a group of parents gathered nearby. Their eyes widened when they saw me in the car. Whispers spread like wildfire. Is that Clara? I thought. She left Jullian again. She's back so soon. Jullian noticed too. He turned to me, his voice low and urgent. Smile, act like we're fine. I raised an eyebrow. Why should I for the boys? He said, his gaze softening. They get teased enough because of everything. Don't make it worse. His words hit me. The nanny had mentioned Cody wasn't as carefree as other kids, and Caleb's autism made him vulnerable. I nodded, forcing a smile. As I opened the car door, the boys practically jumped into my arms. Cody grabbed my hand, while Caleb tucked himself close to my side, his head resting on my hip. We walked them to their classroom, and as we left, I heard a little girl say, Cody, your mommy's pretty. Why doesn't she come to school more? Cody's chest puffed out. She's here now. She's not leaving. Jullian's hand brushed mine as we walked back to the car. It was a quick, accidental touch, but it sent a jolt through me. The boy who'd scoffed at the idea of liking me was now my husband, and for a split second, I saw something in his eyes. Regret. Maybe the truth behind the fight on the drive home. Jullian finally spoke. You really don't remember anything, do you? I turned to him surprised. You believe me now? He sighed, running a hand through his hair. At first I thought you were just playing another game. You've run away before 3 times to be exact. Each time, you come back a week later saying you're sorry. That you just needed space. He paused, his voice tight, but this time it's different. You look at me like you don't even know me. Like you're scared of me. Why would I run away? I asked, confused. If we're married, if we have kids, why would I leave? He fell silent. We pulled into the driveway, and as we walked into the house, he said, I'll show you. He led me to the home office, a spacious room with floor-to-ceiling bookshelves and a large desk. He opened the top drawer and pulled out a stack of letters, all addressed to me in his handwriting. I wrote these when you left, he said, handing them to me. I never sent them. I didn't know what to say. I flipped through the pages. The first letter was dated 2 years ago. Claire, I know you're angry. I know I messed up. The boys miss you. Caleb won't stop asking for you. Please come home. The second from a year later. You said you needed time to figure things out. But time isn't fixing this. I'm trying, Clara. I'm really trying. What do you want from me? The last one was from a month ago, just before I packed my suitcases. I can't keep doing this. If you leave again, I won't let you come back for the boys' sake. I'm sorry, tears stung my eyes. What did you do, Jullian? What messed up our marriage so bad? That I'd leave my kids. He settled it down at his desk, his shoulders slumping. It started in college after that party. After I said those things about you, I regretted it immediately. I tried to find you, but you'd already left. Leo told me you'd agreed to go on a date with him, and I stopped, jaw clenched. I was jealous, stupidly jealous. He went on, he'd followed me to college, applied to the same program. He tried to apologize, but I'd ignored him. Then during our senior year, there was an accident. Leo was driving and I was in the passenger seat. We've gotten into a car crash, and I'd been hurt badly. Leo called me Jullian, said, his voice quiet. He said you needed me. You kept asking for me even when you were delirious. He looked up at me, his eyes shiny. I stayed with you in the hospital. I took care of you when you recovered. You said you wanted to start over. That you didn't want Leo, that you'd always wanted me. We got married right after graduation. But then why did I run away? I pressed. He hesitated. Because I couldn't let go of the past. I was scared you'd leave me for Leo. I was controlling, possessive. I fought with you over everything. Who you talked to, where you went, even how you spent your time. I made you feel trapped. And then, when Caleb was diagnosed with autism, I shut down. I threw myself into work. Left you to handle everything alone. You begged me to help, to be there for you and the boys. But I didn't. I was too scared, too proud. He stood up, walking over to me. The last fight we had, you told me you couldn't do it anymore. You felt like a single mom, that our marriage was a lie. You packed your bags and left, and then you came back. But not the Clara who was angry and hurt. You came back as the girl from high school, scared, confused, like you'd never loved me at all. A visitor from the past. Just then the doorbell rang. Jullian tensed. Stay here, he said, heading for the door. I followed him anyway. Standing on the porch was a man. I recognized Leo. He was older, with a beard and a tailored suit, but it was still him. The kind, gentle class president who'd confessed his feelings for me that night.